So let's go further. So you're getting land, and what are you doing with the land overall?
So everyone loves this question. For us, it's something that we try to teach a lot of the people that we're around. When we look on the balance sheet, we go right back to the B. Okay, on the balance sheet, what's on the balance sheet? You have assets, right? It's different type of assets. Well, when we look at the balance sheet of a lot of people that we see about, they're missing this asset called land, but most people have cash on the balance sheet. Most people have equipment on the balance sheet. Most people have debt on the balance sheet,
Mm,
right?
mm,
But this one piece of this one piece on the balance sheet is missing called land. It's not able to be depreciated according
mm,
to the IRS. According to the IRS, land is called real property.
mm,
It's real. It's not everything else outside of land, buildings on top of land, and equipment attached to land is anything outside that's called personal property. Those
mm.
three things are called real property. So for us, really just analyzing the house, it's like, yo, you can get these trinkets, you can buy watches, you can have, like you mentioned earlier before we got started, cars.
Mm,
What about the land?
yeah.
And so that first really grounded us in that direction. You want to share?
It's amazing that we, even when you're buying real estate and you're buying these structures that are on there, you're really just looking at the structure, and we're not looking at the value of what it is that you're sitting on. And we prefer the cars and the big houses or whatnot, but even those depreciate over time.
Mm,
So that house is still not, even though it can appreciate as far as when you sell it, there's gains,
mm,
but you're still not saying, hey, let me just take this thing right here that doesn't depreciate at all. Why don't we hold the same value for those things that,
mm,
hey, this is going to hold its value regardless?
mm.
So to answer your question, what are we doing on our farm? We're planting trees. We look at trees are assets. Okay,
Mm.
assets on the balance sheet as well. We got a plethora of fruit trees. We have a la jujube tree. We have banana trees. We have
Ooh.
what else we got? We got some plum trees, peach trees. So, what we're doing with our farm is we're planting fruit trees, and we have a lot of different varieties of fruit trees. So what we're doing here, we're looking for more of a passive place to store our wealth, that we can just count on it year in and year out and cash flow. So the goal and idea is to cash flow these properties.
There you go. There you speaking my terms right there, because cash flow is king. People used to think cash was king. Then people used to say, well, no, credit is king. But no, cash flow is king. When you have something that is consistently providing you revenue, especially if you don't have to actively do things for it, and that's that passive revenue, that cash flow is true king. Especially because then you can even leverage the cash flow to get other things. And I'm not saying taking the cash to go pay for something. I'm saying when a bank, for example, sees that you have consistent cash flow coming in, they will give you more and more funding to do other things with it, just based off of they know that your business or whatever it may be is healthy with cash flow.